Welcome to another jam-packed edition of K Sports Sunday. I'm Sam Perazzi. It is a historic weekend in football with marquee games for both the NFL and the NCAA. Dylan Quinn and Jason Siegel will be in the studio later with a full roundup of college football, including the battle of unbeatens LSU and Alabama. The Patriots are looking to avenge their only loss of the 2006 season when they faced the Giants at 4-15. Patriots today pick up some leverage with the key injuries to the Giants' offense. Star wideout Hakeem Nicks is inactive today with a hamstring, and lead rusher Hayden Bradshaw is sidelined with a broken bone in his right foot. The line is also at loss with starting center David Boss hobbled by an injury. So guys across the studio, how do you think these injuries will affect the game today?
I'm not sure. I'm going to ask these guys, Rylan and Liam. Guys, what's your take?
Well, today's game, I think, is going to be down to defense, just because both the offensive of the Pats and the Giants have almost a similar take, other than Pats have Tom Brady, and the defense of the Giants leads the league in sacks. So the offensive line for the Pats is going to have to do much better than they did the other day against Pittsburgh. Against Pittsburgh, the offensive line was letting holes, letting Brady take pressure, and he has to throw away, other than when he could sit back in the pocket and do some work.
Yeah, I think it's more of going to be a battle of which defense can hold the offense from, can keep it under 30 points. I think whichever team keeps the score under 30 points is going to win.
Okay, it's a battle of 5-2 teams today, and which team you guys think is going to go 5-3, and what team is going to go 6-2?
I think Pats are going to pull this one out. Probably going to be around 30 to 24, something around there, and it's going to be a relatively close game.
It's definitely going to be a close game. Other than I think I have to go with the Giants, just because I cannot trust. I mean, if they prove today that the Pats defense can come up and make a stop against this Giants offense, then I might pick them in the next game coming ahead. But against the defense that they played the other day, they have no chance against these Giants team, especially with the defense that the Giants putting out. Giants are going to win if the Pats played like they played last game.
Exactly. Look at Super Bowl 42. Look what happened.
Well, that was in between. I think that the Giants were getting
Brady was getting pulverized.
Yeah. The Giants were getting at Brady every single opportunity they had, and you just can't do that. You can't have your quarterback running all over and expect him to be the comeback kid and help a team win a Super Bowl when he's running around all around the field.
All right, let's go back to Sam. Sam?
All right, nice job, guys. I mean, you're asking me, it really depends what Eli Manning shows up, because he's proven to be very inconsistent. Anyway, last night, #1 LSU played #2 Alabama in a close game. Jason Siegel has updates from the world of college football, and Dylan Quinn is by with a Project BCS ranking for next week.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jason Siegel for YBA Sports, and this is the College Football Roundup. For the first time, the top two teams in the country meet for a regular season conference game. LSU at #1 and Alabama at #2 played an epic battle that ended in OT. The difference maker? The field goal kickers for both teams. Alabama's Cade Foster missed 4 field goals and made only 2. LSU kicker Drew Alleman made all 3 of his to give the Tigers a 9-6 win in overtime. The other big game yesterday, #3 Oklahoma State taking on #17 Kansas State in Stillwater, Oklahoma. In direct contrast to the day's other big game, there were 97 points scored in this one that went down to the game's final play. Cowboys quarterback Brandon Weeden threw for 502 yards and 4 TDs in the game. Oklahoma State wins 52-45 over K-State and stays unbeaten at 9-0. You should look for Oklahoma State to move up to #2 in the BCS standings. Iowa upset Michigan 24-16. Stanford won big 38-13 over Oregon State, and Oklahoma beat rival Texas A&M 41-25. That's the college football roundup. Next big game could be for the national championship between LSU and Oklahoma State if both teams win out the rest of the season. I'm Jason Siegel for YBA Sports.
Hi, I'm Dylan Quinn for YBA Sports. here are my college football top 5 after week 10. Okay, so number 1, I got LSU. What an impressive win over Alabama, who was ranked the number 2 team when they played them. The difference in the game was the kicking game. Drew Allman kicked 3 field goals, and the LSU won 9-6. Also, the defense played outstanding, getting 2 interceptions. Number 2, I got Oklahoma State. Brendan Wheaton, 502 yards passing. That's very incredible. And he was finding Justin Blackman. He scored, and then Justin Blackman got 4, Brendan Wheaton threw 4 touchdowns, and Justin Blackman had a big day. They beat Kansas State yesterday. Number 3, I got Stanford. Andrew Luck, impressive player in college football. They beat Oregon State big yesterday. And wow, and you just have to put Stanford at number 3 with Andrew Luck. Number 4, I got Boise State, just ahead of Alabama. I got Boise State because they got Kellen Moore. They're undefeated, and they beat UNLV 48-21 yesterday. And number 5, just below Boise State, I got Alabama. They barely lost to LSU yesterday. Such a tough loss for Alabama. It was all their kicking game. Came down to their kicking game, couldn't make field goals, and they threw interceptions. That was the difference of the game. Well, here are my top 5, and now let's see if the BCS rankings agree with me. I'm Dylan Quint for YBA Sports.
All right, everybody. The Bruins and the Leafs took to the ice last night at Hockey Night in Canada. The 2 awards for you. Tyler Sagan. Let's take a look at those highlights. All right, first period, Bruins on the power play, and it's Tyler Sagan from Rich Pepperly. It is 1-0 Boston. Now Tyler Sagan with a bat of midair, what hand-eye coordination against the grain. Look at this. He's just gonna pick it right out of the air. That is talent. And now for the hat trick, Sagan hat trick. Hat trick for Tyler Sagan, 19-year-old. Wow. I mean, he can really match Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with that one. And guys, what do you think of the game last night?
It was improvement for the Bruins to just come up and beat the first team in the standings for their division. I mean, it's improvement. You got to start somewhere. I think this is a great starting point. The Bruins aren't going to go horrible. You know, they're not going to suck this year. They're not going to totally blow it. They're going to get somewhere. They're not. They're going to probably make the playoffs. They're not going to win a Stanley Cup. But they're going to make the playoffs, and this is a step forward. This is a step forward in going in the right direction. They're last in their division, but this is the thing that they need to do to get on to the right foot.
All right, just a note. The Bruins won 7-0. Sorry, I forgot to say that. and what do you think? Is this a real turning point for the Bruins? Can they build on this?
I do think this will hopefully be the end of the Stanley Cup hangover for the Bruins. I mean, you see, they're just playing with a lot more energy than they have before, and they're finishing games. They're not playing one period and then giving up.
Yeah. I mean, they pummeled the Leafs in Toronto on Hockey Night in Canada. That is huge. And Tyler Sagan's a Toronto boy, too.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's going to do it for us. We are going to go to break now. We'll be right back.